Kia ora, it is your girl Jade coming to speak on some more important stuff, helping us to understand how we operate so that we can move in the world with that little bit more ease. And in this video, we're going to jam on um, bringing awareness to sometimes why we keep ourselves stuck, or sometimes why we are stuck and we don't know how to get unstuck, just to kind of normalize that a little bit, demystify it a little bit. And I'm going to open us up with a phrase that you may or may not have heard before, which is shame loves shadows. And what this talks to is that where we are afraid of being vulnerable, we will often stay playing in, you could say, low vibrational attitudes. Low vibrational meaning it's not in your highest good. It's a lower vibe attitude story situation. And it's here that we keep ourselves stuck. And it's not something we get out of bed every day and go, look, first plan of attack is I'm gonna just make sure that I'm staying stuck. Absolutely not. Generally, we wake up and we go, you know what? I want to change the world, or I want to change my world, which is the same thing. I want to make the world a better place. I want to make my world a better place. Again, same thing. I want to be kind today. I want to, you know, do the three things that I've been avoiding. Like generally we are saying we're moving towards that which we want to be, but what we don't understand is that on a deeper level, there are um, really well anchored subconscious stories, attitudes, beliefs, um, yeah, ways of being. And until we know how to uh, free ourselves from these anchors, then yeah, this is how we stay stuck. This is how we say we want one thing and then we just keep getting the same stuff. So keeping ourselves stuck, staying right where we are, not moving ahead, um, we are being anchored by story. And as a coach, and coaching people through their existing stories, it is the language that we can pick up that we're telling. You know, if we tend to tell a common story over and over again, then we can tell where our thinking is at, and we can tell how we are anchored. And so as a coach, what we are, I can only speak for myself, but generally what we're trained to do is to listen to the language that is being used to understand the subconscious world of the individual or of ourselves. And it's that ability to be able to listen to to what's being said on a deeper level. Now, I want you to just for a moment think about a ship and its anchor. You know, for the movies that I've watched, the anchor of a ship will drop all the way to the bottom, right, of the ocean, and it keeps that ship, where it is. That's what's happening in our lives as humans when we are cruising through life, trying to get to where we're trying to get to. Sometimes deep down, deep in the depths, which is what we call our unconscious, or our subconscious or psyche. It's really the part of our minds, of our being, that stores a lot more than we consciously can account for. And so we just think consciously that we're cruising through, we're cruising down, cruising down, and we're getting to where we're trying to get to, and we're going to get there by whatever date because that's what we've calculated. It looks all good. Like we've got this positive attitude. We're grateful, and we are positive that we're gonna get to where we're getting to, and then all of a sudden, boom, it's like we're just not going, or we're just not where we thought would be by now. It's like, oh my gosh, no, actually we're off course. We are way off course because now the currents have changed and I may have missed my opportunity. Da da da. It's like we, for whatever reason, we start to panic because we're like, we're not where we thought we would be by now. And it's this anchoring of, it's us being anchored on our journey in life by these deeply ingrained stories, and bringing it back to the original phrase I brought in, shame, love, shadows. What's actually happening here is that our anchors are, you know, being cast all the way down from behavior that is afraid of us moving forward, parts of us that are afraid of moving forward. And so, this is why when people speak about inner work, you know, if you want to create change, you can't create change with the same, thinking, whether it be conscious or unconscious. You can't create change with the same thinking blueprint that you use to create the situation you want to change. So we have to do that internal work, and what that means is understand where we are being anchored, understand what we are afraid of, what we are ashamed of, what we are, yeah, not too keen on coming up, what we are afraid of coming up and surfacing. So the phrase shame loves shadows is a powerful one because what it speaks to is that we are often trying to hold down that which we don't want to spring up and come up in our lives. And in in order for us to, to push down those things that we're afraid of or ashamed of, it takes energy. It takes energy to push it down. We know that we don't want it to be seen. It takes more energy. It's like when we're out in the world showing up, we also know that we're pushing something down that we don't want to be seen. So we're always looking over our shoulder. It's a full-time gig, like trying to look our best without having the things we're afraid or ashamed of coming up. And the invitation is, what if we just, you know, stopped holding down the parts of us that we're trying to come up? What if we did that? What if we stopped holding down and suppressing the parts of our experience that we have, you know, some issues around looking at? What if? And in this video, it's just a what if. Just a what if we did that? Because let me tell you that what we resist and hold down will persist and and attempt to come up. It will fight to come up. I'll say that again if I can. What we resist will persist, and what we resist and hold down will persist to come up. And let me let you in on something here. Circumstances in life, or experiencing the coming up, being in a situation where things are coming up within you and you can feel them rearing their head, just understand that things are coming up to be let go, and they come up to be let go. They are let go by us acknowledging and listening and learning and understanding, or understanding, yeah, understanding what the lesson is, what our body, what our being is trying to teach us. This may seem all a little bit far-fetched, but just stay with me here. We're going to wrap it up anyway on this one. But things are coming up to be let go. They're coming up for us to look at them, you know, to turn and face rather than turn and run. If we keep turning running, it's just gonna keep running after it. It's gonna feel like, these things that we really don't wanna feel, wanna look at, wanna address, wanna talk about, because we don't know how, they just keep coming up. And we're like, who's got it's like, which one of y'all's trying to kick me? Like which we're looking up going, why God? Why? Why does this, why do these things keep happening? And that's, you know, part of my journey is helping people to understand that they are a victim of no circumstance. Everything is coming up for a reason. Everything in our lives happens for a reason. And it's on us to listen to what that reason is. If we don't, then we will continue to play a game throughout our lives of holding down that which we don't want to feel, that which we don't want to look at. We will continue to do that for the rest of our lives. And we will never truly understand what it means to live a wholesome life, because for the whole of our lives we are holding down that which we don't want to look at, and we are walking in the world half. We're walking in the world with with a preference to look a certain way. And it's people like me that can see through that smile, that can see through those preferences. And it's no judgment, it's only invitation to almost like let stop trying to hold a Coke bottle underwater and just boop, let it come up. And yes, there may need to be some guidance there to do so. It's it is recommended to have someone guide you through this process, or be by your side as you take this journey. But if you're watching this and you're going, yeah, I'm really sick of trying to like hold everything under while trying to like do life. I want to be me. I want to be my full expression. I want to be me whole. Then this is the mahi. This is the work that you want to do. Some people call it shadow work. Some people call it just inner healing. Some people call it, you know, archetypal alignment. That's what I am calling it these days. Some people call it, roles integration. It is powerful work. And let me just say this. Yeah, don't try and do it alone. There are people that think they can do this alone. Unless you are trained and have had hours and hours of traversing this, you know, helping other people traverse this, and these unseen spaces, and you have that experience of recognizing patterns, like, don't attempt to just think you can do this on your own, because the reason why I say that is because it's your thinking and your values, and also your mind is trying to free your mind. Now, if your mind doesn't want to be freed, then it's your mind tricking you that this is working. So that's why I say get a guide, you know, get someone who knows what they're doing to traverse these spaces. Beautiful. So that's all for this video. Gonna keep it here. Yeah, shame, love, shadows. What we resist will persist, and it's about letting things come up that want to come up, because though in those are our lessons. Kia ora. See you on the next video. Ka kite.